develop your characters?
I think if you want to write sort of realistic, well-rounded characters, I always think the key thing is to not think of them as characters. You have to think of them as real people, and for my books at least, they always appear to me that way, as real people that I'm thinking about and trying to write about. And usually you get a starting point for a character, but you don't know everything about them. And I think to develop the characters, you have to be interested in them. They have to be real to you, and you ask questions. You wonder about them. You wonder why they do the things that they do. There's a character in The Running Man who was a busybody character, Mrs. Mossop. She was a very stereotyped character in the book for a long time, and she played a really important role because she raised rumours and doubts about one of the other characters for suspense, and that's all she was, until one day when I was writing a scene with her, I wondered why she was like that, why she was paranoid, why she was worried about what Joseph was doing, going to this next door neighbour's house, and I wrote a scene that revealed a little bit of her childhood that might explain that. When I wrote that, to me, that character became a real person. And the same thing with the boys in the Ishmael book. I think about why they do the things. I think about if you write a strange character like James Scobie, or a strange character like the Razman, and you can write the whole book about them centred in school, but I sit there sometimes and think, what sort of parents would they have, and what sort of family would they come from to produce a boy like that, with that personality? And then, even if they don't go into the book, I try to imagine about them. I wonder why they do the things they do. And I love when characters as well surprise you, because I love when people... part of the things I've experienced in my life as a teacher is how you get surprised by people. Like, I've had students in my class that I thought I knew perfectly and placed them in a little box, and that's what they're like. And then you would see them in another part of their life or learn something about them and realise that you didn't know them at all. There's another side to them. So I like doing that in the books, and in the sequel to Don't Call Me Ishmael, there's a few characters where you learn a little bit more about them, or you see them in a different light. You see another side to their character.
Your teenage characters have a distinctive voice. How do you develop this in your writing?
It's a funny thing about people say writing in a teenage voice. And I think one of the things to remember is that teenagers have many different voices. There's not like they all don't speak the same. They don't all use the same language. I've had classes of boys and girls where this student here speaks like a college professor, and this person here just grunts, and this person here uses slang, and this person here uses slang that I don't understand, and this person uses slang that I remember back in the 70s or whatever. And it's they do have different voices in a way. I don't know. When I was at school, I was not a really shy person. I had my friends, and I think I had a good sense of humour, and I could be funny with them. But just like Ishmael, if you put me up in front of a class, I would just die. I could never speak in front of a group. And Ishmael, when he gets up in front of the group, says his legs do a wild tribal dance and his body goes into spasm. Well, that was me. I'm just writing about me. And I think that's what I enjoyed writing about the book, that what Ishmael actually is able to say to characters, or to Kelly Faulkner, the girl of his dreams, the words that come out don't really match, the thoughts and emotions that are behind them. So I can relate to that quite a bit.